That scared me. I'm like, why am I feeling tingleness and numbness on my upper left side of my body? Is that signs of a stroke? Is that something more intense than, like, I felt like, hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Ann Authentic, and I had an IUD. I don't know if you've seen that video. You can check in my channel, and I'm gonna link it in the description. I had an IUD that did not go well. I had such huge complications. It medically they say it perforated. IUD perforation. For those of you who don't know what IUD is, it's a birth control. They put it in your uterus to prevent you getting pregnant. So this is just for FYI if you don't know what IUD is. So I had one after having 4 kids. It was I think that's the hardest experience I've ever had to go through. So know that I've had 4 children with no surgery, and here I was having a surgery because I was trying to prevent pregnancy. Like, how does that even make sense? Anyways, the purpose of this video today is just to share the 3 lessons I learned from my experience with IUD. I think someone needs to hear this because these complications do happen. Yes, it might be rare, but it does happen. So that's why even the healthcare providers know these things happen. That's why they give you that form to sign. You sign away all your rights, and you can't hold them for nothing in case any complications comes up. So because they know these things happen, and I just do think that people need to educate themselves more on this. Like, we women, mothers, need to educate ourselves. So before you decide to go with an IUD, you know the possible risks involved in this. So let's dive right into the lessons I learned from my experience having to have a surgery to take out an IUD. Number 1, speak up. We as women have a voice. Speak up if something is not right, if you feel like something is not right. I remember being in the doctor's office. She put the IUD and I was in such pain. I remember asking her, like, is this normal? She said, yeah, it's okay. You just have some painkillers and everything is going to be okay. Even when I tried sitting down, I could feel that pinch inside of me, like I'm sitting on like a tiny needle. I could feel it. I'm like, am I supposed to feel it? She said, yeah, you feel like that for a few days and it's gonna go away. Like, if I could just insist that, doctor, before I leave this office, can you take a second look? Let's see how that thing looks like. Is it wrongly placed or something? Like, I do think that healthcare providers are there to help us, not to convince us, because we know our bodies better. You know how you're feeling, you know the pain, and it's okay to speak up, to say, what is going on? Take a second look. Because 2 days after I had it, it came out. So if I had just spoken, like pushed a little, like, doctor, can you look at it, the second time? So please, if you're having an IUD and you're feeling, weird about it, if it's not going well, if you're feeling pain, something, speak up. It is very important you speak up, because you don't need a surgery just because you missed an opportunity to speak up. Number 2 lesson I learned is that do not procrastinate. If something happens, if you're experiencing a complication with the IUD, like in my case, it came out, it went into my abdomen. I remember I had it in September of 2023. I finally had the surgery in December of 2023. So that's 3 months later. And in that 3 months, I wish I had insisted with the doctor, like, let's schedule an appointment real quick and take this thing out. I wish I never left it inside of me for 3 months, because during that 3 months, randomly I felt pain on the left side of, my abdomen, lower abdomen. As if it's not enough, there were days I felt this numbness and tingleness and, just like some electric shock-like, feeling on my upper left side of my body. That scared me. I'm like, why am I feeling tingleness and numbness on my upper left side of my body? Is that signs of a stroke? Is that something more intense than, like, I felt like me delaying to take the IUD out could have led to more and more health complications. We don't need that. If you notice that you have a complication with any birth control or an IUD, take action. Don't procrastinate. Because I remember when I spoke with the doctor and I was telling her that we need to take this thing out really quick. She didn't give me the vibe of, yeah, we need to, because this is dangerous. She was like, what did you take? I said, Mirena. She said, yeah, you're good. There's no much pressure. No, there is pressure. Because when I stayed with it for 3 months, all the numbness of my body, the tingleness, all of that could be signs of maybe a bigger complication, and we don't need that. So please, our healths are too important. Take action as early as you can. Number 3 point, and this is dear to me because I'm a Christian, and if you're watching and you're a Christian as well, or whatever it is, whatever your situation is, I believe prayer is for everybody. Pray about it. Pray about it even before you have it. Because in my case, if I was sensitive enough to what God was telling me, I would have known that God didn't even want me to have it in the first place. Pray about it. It's funny because God says, in all your ways, acknowledge me and I will direct your path. But when it comes to birth control, we just feel, couples just feel like, oh, we've had enough kids. We're done. I'm just going to go ahead and have birth control. Like, did you consult God? Did God tell you that's the way to go? Did he tell you that's the method you should use to prevent more birth? Like, pray about it. And you will hear God in the situation. You will hear God in that decision, so that you don't make a decision that you end up regretting, because that's not what God wanted you to do in that season or at that time of your life. So pray about it. I believe my husband will have something to say about this. We might make a podcast about this topic, but so stay tuned to that. In line of prayer, God was giving me different signs to show that he did not want me to do that. By the way, I'm a mother of four kids in 4 years. It's pressure. Sometimes you don't even, you're like, God, I'm not listening, because you're just looking at your situation like, I need birth control by all means. But is that what God wants for you at the time? I've made a video about that, about lessons I would say I learned from my IUD experience, and I just wanted to quickly share that with you. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Please subscribe to my channel, like and comment, and God bless you. You might share it with somebody you know who needs it. If you know a woman out there who needs to hear this, please share with someone. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.